Good morning, vlog, and welcome to Vlogmas Day 10. How we doing? It's early. Early for me. It's 10:20 in the morning, and I barely slept last night because we went to a 10 p.m. movie, and it was great, but I didn't go to sleep until 3 a.m., as you do. Um, but it's a new day, and tired or not, we have work to accomplish. So I want to start by going over the past 2 days because I don't think I've had a talking bit about the progress that's gotten done, and then we need to lock in and get some things done today, hopefully. So let's go over project progress from the last few days to start. Not really in order here, but this is what our 2x2 beanie is looking like. I have just been taking to knitting on this. Can't really explain why. I guess I'm just enjoying the ribbing. You won't catch me saying that often. Um, but yeah, it's been nice to knit on this, and it's been pretty mindless. And for both the movies we saw yesterday, I took this with me, and I knit through portions of the movie. It was probably the best time I've ever had at the movies, so this might be the new thing to do. Some info about this, because I don't think I've talked about this since it was just cast on. I realized I cast on too many stitches. Yeah, the pattern calls for 112 stitches, and I cast on 116. So, I ended up knitting 2.5 inches for the desired length of the fold up brim, because that's what I like to do. And then I just performed a decrease here, for 4 stitches to get back to the 112, so that the decreases on the crown are accurate to the pattern. And now that'll just be where the brim folds, period. It'll stay folded there because of the decrease point, and maybe that'll help with the way it fits. I don't know. I wasn't really willing to go back after knitting 2 inches and realizing and ripping it out to cast it on with 4 less stitches. I just wasn't willing to. So this is what we've done, and I'm okay with that. And I've gotten a good 1.5 inches past that decrease. This is making really good progress, and I'm excited to get this off my needles, but I'm not rushing it necessarily. I'm just kind of picking it up and knitting on it when I want to break from crochet, because I'm doing a lot of that. In the spirit of knitting, that's where we'll stay for a second. I had a few nights where my husband was sleeping right here, and I just really wanted to knit. I've just been feeling so drained the past few days, like mental battery on 0, which is fine, but you just kind of need to zen out and recover. I'm a person who likes to recover by themselves. So once he went to bed, I put on some funny YouTube and just started knitting on his sock, because I do not need to look at this to knit on it, so I can knit in the dark. So this is how much I've gotten done. I think we're at 20. Let's look. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. This is almost 30 rows into the foot. I knit 15 the first night, and then 7 or something the next night. So not a huge amount of progress, but we're not at the toe anymore. Really excited about that. Again, not necessarily rushing to get this off the needles, because I know I could finish this whenever, but having more gifts done would make me feel better. So not last night, but the 2 nights before is when I worked on this, and I think it's a good way for me to work on it every day if he's gonna be home more. is to just utilize when he's sleeping to work on his gifts, and I'm okay with that. I wasn't trying to do that, but I'm slowly becoming okay with that. The other project that is knitting that I put progress into is the fingerless mitts, the waystone mitts that I'm knitting for my friend. I knit. Oh, hello, come here. I knit the cuff, and I just knit the first round of transition to the main part of the mitt, like the part that actually goes on your hand. So 2 inches for the cuff in black, and then transitioning to this green color. Hang on, this green color. To knit the like brioche section of the glove. That's it. I knit on this also in the dark, and I tried starting the brioche pattern in the dark, and I didn't like my chances of keeping that how it was supposed to be, and I do not comprehend nor desire to comprehend how to fix stitches in brioche if I fuck them up, so that is now a daytime project. But not a priority yet because I'm not seeing that person until after Christmas Eve, so it can happen when it happens. All of the blankets and these socks need to be done before Christmas Eve. And the hat. So, okay, let's talk blankets. There has been no progress on the green and pink blanket that I'm doing. It's green, cream, and pink. The third blanket is what I've been calling it. I have not touched it in I think a day and a half, if not 2 days. So I think we're at 10 squares still. I spent a lot of time knitting on that hat and then the gloves, and there was like a whole day where I video gamed with my husband, so not a lot of work got done on that day. As far as my husband's blanket, he has been home a lot the past few days, which is completely fine, but I can't work on your secret gift in front of you. So, I think I've gotten a square and a half or 2.5 squares done in the last 2 days. Like, it's not been a lot. I started this one yesterday when he was out working, and he came home. So I didn't get to finish it, but it's not far from being finished, which is good. I think I'm on the 8th row out of 10, so I can finish this square. And then I think I need one more to make the next column on his blanket, which is what I want. I want to be able to get the next column on his blanket as soon as possible. Because I really would prefer to get his gifts done as soon as possible so that I'm not rushing to finish things for him in front of him. As far as the pink blanket, I crocheted up. So we had run out of yarn, and then I wasn't able to get more yarn. And then I finally went yesterday and got more yarn, which is perfect. So I finished the square that we had already started. So it was one. And then I made 2 more yesterday. So technically finished a total of 3 squares yesterday. And then I sat down and watched Five Nights at Freddy's 1, crocheted the last 2 squares, and then started weaving in my ends. I still have ends on this one square to do, but I have this square, and by the time we had finished Five Nights at Freddy's 1, before going back to the movies, I had 6 squares done. So I wove in ends on 5 of them, and then when we got back from the movies, I spent my time connecting those squares into the second column on this blanket. So this is where we're at. It's great. So this is now 2 columns strong, and I'm really excited about it. I feel like this will be the next blanket that's done, unfortunately, like compared to my husband's, just because it's one round shorter for each square. I've already made a blanket exactly like this, so I know like exactly how I want to finish it. So it's not, it's not like the blue blanket I finished was kind of like a build as you go because it's really different, and then the cream green and pink one's gonna be kind of a build as you go because it's gonna be a bit different. But this one, I made one exactly like it already last month, so I'm just crocheting away. But that's where that's at, and I'm really excited about that. So that is, yeah, that's all the progress that I've gotten over the past like 2 days. Today, as far as I know, I don't have any plans. The movies yesterday were not planned. We ended up going to a 3 o'clock movie to see Zootopia 2. Fantastic. Like a like one of my favorite movies now. Like so good. Me and my husband both loved it. We enjoyed Zootopia 1, but I feel like Zootopia 2 was just like, and then we went back to the movies at a 10 p.m. showing of Five Nights at Freddy's 2, which I also loved. Would highly recommend. Way better than the first, in my opinion. Yeah. So those were impromptu decisions. We did not plan on going to the movies yesterday. But it was Tuesday. So if you're gonna go to the movies and you gotta go to the movies on a budget, you gotta go on a Tuesday. So that's what we did. But hopefully today I do not have plans. I need to start by making my Etsy order that I mentioned a few days ago to get it shipped out today. So we're going to start on that. And then after that is done, packaged, and ready to go, I would like to pick up work on blankets depending on where my husband is. So yeah, that's the plan. And I need to do a lot of editing today. Yeah, I need to do a lot of editing. But that's all, like all of that stuff happens after this Etsy order's done, so that by the time my husband gets home, I can run it to the post office. So that's where we're going to start. I got 4 more squares done today. They need their ends woven in. But now that's a whole another 5 squares done for a new column on the blanket, which I can pick back up a little later because I'm going to move over to my husband's